buy me two-tone. And one of the things I've never featured on my channel is that I like to carve wood or whittle, depending on how you look at it. And this Christmas I made a couple of simple Santa Clauses and painted them, and people went nuts over them, and I don't have them anymore because I gave them away. So now I've got 10 pieces of 6" by 1" by 1" by 1" wood. I've already started working on this one. I don't know if you can tell maybe by the drawing on it what it's going to look like, but I'm going to go through the rest of the process while I vlog. Now I'm going to be honest with you. I am not an expert. I've only been doing this for about a year, number one. Okay. Number two, this is not a how-to. I'm just going to talk and vlog to my new subscribers, especially because you guys are the ones that are faithful and jumped right in there and started watching my channel. I do a lot of chili head type reviews, but I also do a lot of other things on my channel. I fly drones and I've gone through that, but I wanted to talk to you today about this part of my life, the wood carving. Something I learned when I was 59. I'm now 60, and I think, to me, I don't know about anybody else that's aging. We're all aging, actually. That's getting a little older, maybe considered a senior. I try to learn something new every year. It's January, mid-January. I don't know what I'm going to learn new this year. I am going to continue to practice this hobby for sure. And we will work on this Santa. I'm going to work right here on his hat. It takes a lot of wiggling to get his hat down. And so I'll just keep rounding it around. I know when times I cut into it, it doesn't look round, but we'll just cut all this off. I don't know if you can see that. Round it, and we'll round it off. I'm wearing the anti-cut glove because, well, I've cut myself a bunch. Every time I think I'm good enough to carve without a glove, I cut myself. So that's a message. I mean, I get the hint. I don't really want to bleed anymore. Plus, I take Plavix, which is a blood thinner for heart patients. So I don't want to do that anymore. I live in north central Alabama, just maybe about 15 miles north of the Birmingham city limits. West Jefferson County, it's Alabama. It's January the 13th. It's probably, well, I can look now and tell you. It is 67 degrees. Tomorrow's going to be 70. I don't know if you can hear it in the microphone, but it is sprinkling rain a little bit. So it's probably getting wet behind me on the steps. And I'm doing this outside because I'm tired of vacuuming. Our house is completely carpet. For now, we're about to get some new hardwood floors in the house. But for now, it's carpet. And when I whittle inside, of course, it makes quite the mess that my wife's not really appreciative of. I do clean it up, but I mean, it's not like sawdust, it's just wood chips, so it's very easy to vacuum up and get out of the floor. However, the wood I use is basswood. It's probably some of the best wood. I've heard all the good carvers say it's probably the best wood made for carving. And it is very good. It's soft. But I found that the key to carving as well is making sure that your knife is very sharp. And that's key. This is going to be the white fluffy brim around the hat once I get done. And by the time I'm done, by the way, I'm going to knock some of these edges off. You know, I may have to redraw the face. We'll just go down here and do this and take care of that right now. I mean, all these corners have got to come off. Eventually, I'll be rounding all of this because I don't want it to look like I, you know, did. I cut it into the angle. I made the, well, you can see, what am I doing? You can see the angle of the wood. I'm going to round all of that off as we go. And as I do, it will definitely begin to look more and more like a Santa Claus. I haven't decided what kind of robe I'm going to put on him yet. Whether I'm going to make him an ornament or a standalone. I love the ornament that hangs in the tree. It looks really good when I'm done with it. The first one I did was an ornament, and it may be one of my best. It's on my, I was going to say on my tree now. It was on my tree all season long, and this one I did not give away. It's now packed away to go on the tree again next year. I have several ornaments that I've carved that my wife, who is very picky about her tree, puts on there because she thinks they're good enough. So the reason I decided to keep wood carving is because I think I have maybe a little bit of talent for it. I've watched a lot of videos, how-to videos, followed a lot of instructions, and that's helped me a lot. Gene Messer has been tremendous. I'll link him below in the description. Has been tremendous help. And Doug Linker, both those are the, I mean, there's other ones I've watched, but those two have, if you are a beginning carver and you would like to learn how to carve wood and carve beautiful figures in just a beautiful style, then I would suggest Doug Linker or Gene Messer, because they both have a great teaching style, a style that's very simple and easy to follow. I just dropped my phone, which I'm using as a monitor. Also, it's making noise because I'm sitting in front of my front door, and the doorbell keeps going off when I make motions. Not all the time, but some. So we're going to just continue on around this brim, trying to just clean that up a little bit. You know, this is a rough out knife, so I'm not going to make things too exactly beautifully clean with it because of the fact that it is a rough out knife, and I will clean things up much better with my detail knife. I really want to get this ball into a much rounder shape, so I continue. What I do is I just take chips off every angle that looks like it's sharp, and they are a bunch when it's like this. And I want to get this flat angle on the top here rounded around, and this flat angle on the bottom I'll come back and do an angle on it like this, you know, as I come around. But the reason I'm not doing that yet is because I've still got to take a lot of wood off right here, see? A lot of wood. I've just got to keep coming around. And when I get my detail knife, I'll cut even smaller shavings off so that it won't look so rough and carved in like that. And it'll be very smooth. And then I'll round off these edges on this fluffiness. And you'll see as we go, because I thought, well, you know what? I'm always looking for content. And I'm like, you know, people are tired of watching me ride the Segway and talk. I thought about coming up with a segment and call it Rantings of a Methodist Minister. Oh, great. Neighbor's blowing horn there. Of course, that's going to happen when you're outside. Then I thought, no, because I don't always want to rant. I'm not that kind of person. So I thought, how about Ramblings of a Methodist Minister? R.O.A.M.M. And so that's what we're probably going to call it as we talk and carve wood. Now, am I going to talk about subjects that pertain to being a Methodist minister? Probably not. That's not interesting to most people. If you want to hear about those kind of things, you can tune in live to my Facebook. I'm at Tom Salter, and I'll link that below. And I'll friend you. If you just leave me a message and tell me, hey, I came from your YouTube. Because if I don't know you, I really don't want to friend you. Unless you tell me you came from the YouTube. And then you can watch my Sunday sermons live on my Facebook. Or go back and watch them later because they are recorded on there. But I do stream them live on Facebook every Sunday from the pulpit at my church, of which I am the senior pastor. So there you go. Now see, I'm kind of scooping this in a little bit from there, and it's going to give it a rounded edge just a little there. So I'll take it right there on the edge and kind of just scoop it. Now that corner way too square, so we're going to knock that off and then come around. And you notice how I control my knife by using my thumb. I push with my thumb. And now I sound like an expert. I am not by any means. But that's exactly how I was taught to do it. And it seems to work very well for me. You get the exact amount of wood you want off without taking too much. And here's the thing. Always take too little, because if you take too much, it's too late. And that's not necessarily always true either. I've messed up before and just redone things and made it look like something else. Trying to even this up across here. I noticed on some of my other ones they weren't so even. They kind of looked amateurish. So, I mean, you know, and that kind of gives it character as well. But I don't want it to look like that. So I'm going to even that up. It's not very even across there. I do not know how long this video's been running. Oh yes, I do. 12 minutes and 40 seconds. Not a bad time. If you're with me this long, I appreciate it. That means you are definitely a family member. I really like to get back to monetization. I was working my way towards some money because I was monetized, but this was before YouTube demonetized everybody less than 1,000. And I'd like to get back to that and see if I could get some of that money. I was almost near 100. I never got the check because I never got the $100. I'd like to see, you know, I don't want to make a living on YouTube by any means, but I'd like to have over 1,000 subscribers, and I'm sure it'd make me work harder. I haven't maintained my channel like I should, but now that it's kind of blown up and I've gone over 500 subscribers, I'm definitely going to work my channel more. Oh yeah, and by the way, something I have not forgot, but all my new subscribers don't know this. I said this over 2 years ago, then I said it a year ago, and now I'm going to say it again. When I reach 500 subscribers, and now I'm over that, I believe 17 at the moment. When I reach 500 subscribers, I'm giving $100 away. And I thought about how I was going to do it. I was going to get a $100 bill and mail it to somebody, but I think that's not very safe. So what I'm going to do is I will mail a Visa gift card good for $100 to the subscriber who wins the contest. Now, because every time I've talked about the contest, I've been with my friend and chili head partner, Rick Averett, or Rick the Village Chilidiot, I want Rick to be with me when we announce how we're going to do the contest. You say, Tom, well, we want to know now. Well, yeah, you know what? So do I. What that means is I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. It's not going to be tough. I don't think, you know, if you give something away on YouTube, you shouldn't make it tough on your subscribers. I know this guy that gives away all kind of neat electronics and drones, but you got to go to his website. You have to register your email. You have to take a survey, da-da-da-da-da. But the funny thing about that contest is that not a lot of people want to do all that, so you have a lot of good odds of winning. Well, my contest, I'm going to make it pretty easy. It's probably going to be a randomizer thing. I'm not sure exactly what yet, but we'll figure it out. It's going to be probably based on comments, subscriber comments. Oh, and by the way, if you subscribe, I'm not going to penalize you for subscribing just to get in the contest. I'm not going to do that. But we're going to figure out a way to do it, and me and Rick will come out with a video very, very soon, within the next week, describing how we would, how we're going to do it, how we're going to give away a $100 Visa gift card to a lucky subscriber, because we went over 500, and we appreciate it. Because let me tell you something about, some of you guys got on here and you got on these share sites, which I didn't even know about till a couple of weeks ago, just to be honest with you. I didn't know they existed. I've made 290 something videos for the last 8 years. And I sat at around 445, 446 subscribers for over a year. Because I really wasn't maintaining my channel was the problem. And I had a niche channel. I mean, when you're doing hot sauce. So I started flying drones and doing other kind of things, and a small amount of traveling, not much. But I think I'm going to get back into the vlog part of it. And maybe vlog while we carve wood, and maybe not. Who knows? Anyway, this one's been long enough. So if you're still with me, thanks for staying with me. I'm not going to continue carving very much longer anyway. I've got to cook some supper, and even though it's raining, and even though it's January, I'm going to grill some very nice burgers. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So, until the next time, new subscribers, I appreciate it. Guys in the network, guys in the fam. Thanks to Island Life Fishing, Tree Trimmer 82, Blue Wave Odyssey, and my friend, longtime YouTube friend, and I consider a brother, and that would be Rick Sayer. Most of you know him as Nomadic Hippie. Awesome person. If you don't know him, I'm going to link him below too. You should subscribe, because he only needs 14 more to get 1,000. And I don't know if any of you guys are not subscribed to him that are subscribed to me, but if you're not, go see his channel. He lives in his truck and in his RV called Cousin Eddie. He has a cat named Cat, and he's a fun dude. And I like him, and I think you will too. And I'd love to see him get over 1,000. That would be just crazy awesome. Then he could have super chats, and we could support him even a better way. Alright guys, I'm out. Rev Tommy Two-Tone. God bless. Oh, I need a sign off too. I always come on saying, hey y'all, Rev Tommy Two-Tone, and if Rick's with me, he'll say, and this is Rick the Village Chilidiot. So we got our sign on, but the sign off. Hey guys, see you on the next video. God bless. I mean, you can't beat God bless, because I mean that. But we'll figure it out. So God bless. See you on the next video. I'm out.